Uh, I remember those days well.
Yeah, it's a hoot.
I don't miss them, but I remember.
What time is the basketball game? Does anybody know?
I think it started. Didn't it
Is it
start
started?
7 o'clock? Or I don't know. It may have already started. Let me look.
Oh, I think I found it. Upcoming. It starts in 30 minutes.
The finals games always
Yeah,
because
it's 8:30.
before they were running like 2 games a day from different leagues, not leagues, but conferences.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to appeal, obviously, to 4 time zones.
Well, I love her.
It's ironic, their two biggest time zones are the two furthest apart as far as viewership goes.
Right. Yeah, who cares about those flyover states anyway, right?
That's right. They're just playing the games. What's new with you, Jeff? How's your foot?
My foot.
Or was it your foot, or was it not exactly your
They're
foot?
they're getting better. I every time I have to get new braces made for my feet, they always kill me for like a week or two when I first get them because the old
Why do you
ones
have to
have
get new
stretched.
ones made?
Or
Why do you need to get new ones made?
they
They
wear
just
out.
wear out, or
Yeah, they
yeah,
wear out. They're leather, so over time they stretch and crack and do the things that
yeah,
leather does, and
yeah,
they stretch to the point where they become ineffective to provide support. So then I go get new
yeah.
ones made, and the new ones reposition the bone. So
Hmm.
and it hurts for a while.
Yeah, repositioning the bone sounds comfy.
Yeah, well, that's the curse, I guess. I was on dialysis for so long that I had a lot of calcium leaching from bones and stuff like that. So I have to see a bone
How's
mineral
things?
specialist now. And
How's things on that front, on your kidney front?
the kidney's the best part of me right now.
I always thought that about you, Jeff.
That
There's
just
not
shows.
much
Hey
good to
guys,
say
I love
except
that
the
kidney.
kidneys.
No, everything's falling apart.
If
So
it wasn't for the kidney, we'd have no use for you.
once I get my heart fixed, maybe that'll be all right.
When are they going to cardiobite you?
July the 8th. So how are there different circumstances where if somebody comes in like an A flutter, that some get shocked and some don't to get the heart back in rhythm?
Um,
Or is it just like a call?
there is more than one way to peel a cat, as they say, and part of it is just what the doctor that you see and their preferences, and part of it is um,
Well, I mean, I can't remember the word. Um, it's like seroconvert, but that's not the word. I can't remember the word.
yeah,
Cardioconvert.
cardiovert.
Cardiovert. So they
Yeah,
used the metoprolol to cardiovert me, and when I left the hospital from after 2 days, I wasn't in a flutter anymore. But a couple of days
yeah,
after I came home, I went back into it.
yeah, yeah.
Although
Unfortunately,
I
that's
didn't know,
all too common.
I have to hook up a blood pressure cuff or a pulse ox to see that I'm in a flutter because I don't feel it.
Hmm. Well, I guess that's good and bad.
Yeah, that's what the doc in the ER said. He goes, He goes, the good news is that you're not like grasping your chest, you're not short of breath, you're not really weak or anything like that. The bad thing is that we don't have any idea how long you were in a flutter before you came in.
Right. Right.
But I mean, so I guess that's all good, unless something really terrible happens. I'm okay until my surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Is it typical to wait that long, John?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not
good.
doesn't surprise me too much. It's just as hot.
It's just
That big a fucking deal.
He'll be all right. He'll rub some dirt on it. He'll be all right.
Rub some dirt on
Walk
it.
it off.
Where?
Walking it off is the best way.
Yeah. Put some Windex on it.
Windex.
Windex will fix it, probably in most cases.
Yeah.
Clear that heart problem.
My Windex WD-40.
Duct tape.
Yeah. Cure a lot of things with those ingredients.
That's right.
Yep, that's 100% right.
Chewing gum and baling wire.
Well, is everybody here?
Getting into
Raise your
fantasy
hands if
grounds,
you're
right?
not here.
Let's see, CJ, Jeff, John, Jim,
Call out if you're
Cade, Joe Bob, and James. So I think that's it. So, who's got the journal?
That's a good question. Because, let's see, I
Somebody
missed
didn't do it last
mine.
time.
Joe
He's
Bob
gonna be-
missed his. Cade missed. I guess John has it.
Oh, do I?
Oh, I thought it was Joe Bob that was last, and then it was this time.
No, actually, the last time was yours. Somebody said Joe Bob, but he was the one before, and he didn't do that.
Yeah, fuck Joe Bob.
Yeah. Fuck.
Exactly.
That's
Bob's always
But
fucking it up.
since none of the three of us have done ours, I mean, it's kind of dealer's choice.
I think whoever does it next, like actually completes it, gets everybody else's inspiration.
Yeah. They accumulate.
Yeah, they stack up.
That still would be enough for some of you to do it.
Technically, it's John, but if somebody
All right.
else wants to do it,
Well, I mean, if I'll do it, if somebody else who hadn't done it and who's missed a couple of weeks recently would like to do it tonight, speak up now. Otherwise, I will do it.
Sold.
so I would do it. I'm really
Heart surgeon in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Lafayette.
Lafayette.
That's the road I live on, Lafayette.
Lafayette.
I was over in Georgetown earlier today showing a house in Derby Estates.
Derby Estates. I know where that is.
That is where I live.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish I'd known. I'd have said, hey.
Hey.
What's
I'd have driven by and I'd have said, hey, Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Well, I don't think they're going to buy it, so
Was it the murder house?
I don't know.
No,
We
that
can
one's
hope.
sold.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we had a murder house in Frankfurt when we first moved to Frankfurt. It was creepy.
Everybody likes the murder house.
It had a big red door on the front of it, and somebody got killed and hung in the basement.
Nice.
Hanged. It's hanged, Jeff, just so you know.
I was-
Hung is something else.
Well, he was hung
Well-
in the basement while he was hanged.
He was hung in the basement.
I can't argue with that.
I'm just
Well, speaking of murder, I believe murder is afoot in Barovia, though you don't know it yet.
oh, cheers, dropping secrets, truth bombs.
Dropping some secret truth bombs. So last session, you guys finished up everything with Babylon Saga. Celine's story is left somewhat untold.
I had to
Certainly
think about
resolved.
that. I'll resolve that for you.
And we had some other stuff going on. Raskeller done murdered Willen, but then brought him back.
Murdered him in the best way.
Murdered him in the best way he possibly could have. Had a lot of good rolls. Willen got rid of all of his dark gifts. And Raskeller has gone into this morose funk. And as you guys have been traveling along, making your way, I believe you guys were making your way towards Van Richten's tower, correct? Or maybe you got to Van Richten's tower. Is that where we were?
I think we were there. I don't know. I can't remember. We were
We
almost
at the
there.
crossroads, maybe.
I think we were at the crossroads to not the one directly south of Van Richten's, but the one a little bit east.
Yeah, I think it was Van Richten's and Wizards of Wine that we were going to, I think.
Right there.
Yep.
I think Willen, out of 4 rests, has completed 2. So he's still a -2 on most things.
Okay. And as you all, I believe you guys were like making your stop for the night, and appearing through the sky was the flaming hooves of a nightmare, being ridden by one Strahd Von Zarovich. As he hovers in the sky above you. Yeah, he's probably 125, 150 feet, something like that, out of range of, I think, most spells at least. And as you look up at him on his horse, on his flying nightmare of a horse, it appears that something is draped over the saddle in front of him. It's fairly good size, perhaps humanoid size or better. And he is basically hovering in the air, doing a little horsey trot, a horsey trot in place.
Can we roll to see if we know what the lump is?
Sure.
No, she's
What I was doing.
She's long.
Lynn does not.
She might be dead.
Is it investigation or just rolling with my eyeballs?
Roll with your eyeball.
Oh, well. I only see perfectly in the dark.
Yeah.
I got my day vision
Vision up
left.
to 300
What
feet,
the-
and I ain't got a damn clue.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
I don't know why it just did that.
Your
This
first
took
roll
a
was a
long time.
19, so.
We'll take the first roll.
And it's a 19.
I don't know
Chad.
what just happened.
You know for sure that Esmeralda realizes
Van Richten.
that there is at least one body
Oh,
draped
shit.
over the saddle in front of Strahd.
Still Van Richten.
And he stands up in the stirrups. And he looks down upon you all and smiles.
Willen waves.
What
gonna try to-
fun have you been having here in Barovia? Causing all sorts and manners of trouble. It's been quite amusing, actually, watching you traipse about, going from village to village, wreaking havoc wherever you thought, making friends and trying to build some sort of resistance against it. Do you not know? Do you not yet realize? I am Barovia. I know all that is happening in Barovia. Enjoyed the Martikoffs at the Wizard of Wine, did you? Thinking their little band of weir ravens could assist you in some way, shape, or form? Very amusing. and he lifts up what appears to be a child-sized body and drops it.
How
And
far
in
away
front
is
of-
he?
It's about 150 feet.
Like,
Does anybody
150
catch
feet
that?
up or 150 feet away?
He's 150 feet up, and he's just mostly he's probably 20 feet up, 30 feet up.
When he drops whoever, I'll bonus action the steps of the night to just go straight to catch whoever that is falling.
Okay.
How
Make,
close for your feather fall, Jeff?
I was gonna do that, but if he's getting it ready, yeah, I've got Featherfall ready. If something.
Oh, if you got it ready, you can go ahead and just. I'll catch him on the way down.
I say, I got 100 feet of movement in case we need it.
So
Okay.
the Featherfall range is 60 feet. So after it drops as it gets closer, I will cast Featherfall as a reaction.
Yes, Featherfall. Can you put Featherfall in the text box for me to read Featherfall? Okay. The body, or the what appears to be body, continues to plummet.
If it continues to plummet, then I'll bonus action the steps of the night, and then I'll fly
So
up.
then it's not a creature.
You're gonna fly up and try to catch it.
Might as well. I think it'll be a
Let me,
reactionary thing. I don't think I'll
Give me
even
an,
technically
give me an
think it
acrobatics
out.
check.
All right.
I don't know if it counts as a dead body. Falling creatures.
Hey.
It hits you at an amazing force after falling 60, that was probably 70 feet. And you miss it, but it slams into you, causing 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, if it takes and
And
goes through him, is there any way I can fly to catch it?
so you can certainly try.
All
It is
right.
40 feet now.
Yep, Strahd will take off. Start flying.
Acrobatics
And-
check.
Oh,
Or
sure.
athletics. Athletics is fine.
Yes, athletics. What the hell?
Well,
Just
with
gonna
a
figure that
7,
out.
you have a 23. So, my God.
Yep, so you catch it. And you look down upon this young boy. And you recognize Adrian Markov, the youngest of the Markov sons.
Dead?
And his throat has been completely ripped out.
Nice.
And for those others of you watching, another body falls. He holds up and he points at Alpha and drops this body. Anybody try to do anything?
Oh god, do I have a free arm?
Sure. He's just a boy. You're strong as an ox.
Why is
Longer
it
than-
doing that?
I don't know. We'll take the person again.
Ox probably has a strength of 14.
You catch this one. And you see a very beautiful face of one Zulika Tornescu, werewolf and consort of Alpha. Also, with their throat ripped completely out.
Oh
This
no,
monster.
it's your buck buddy, Alpha.
I'm just. As soon as I see that, I think I'm just staring straight at Strahd. This is... Fuck, that's 2 very close people to Alpha. God damn.
And he looks.
You don't have a picture to remind us who she was, do you? Because I barely remember that.
It's hard to probably find thing. And he looks at. Before we find that, looks. And you don't see any additional bodies. But he looks at Esmeralda. What about you, my wayward Bastani? Never known anyone who hated her own kind quite as much as you. You hate your own, yet you crave the approval and affection. The hardened old, withered by his own hate. Have you seen your mentor lately?
I hear he's around.
Depending on what you mean by around, I suppose that could be. This was Zulika.
Thank you.
If you'd like to come by the castle, I'd be happy to show you what has become of your mentor. But by all means, go. All of you, go. Raise your army. You see what little good it will do against me and my family. What about you, Mr. Raylan? Still pining over Irina? She will never be yours.
As long as she's not yours, I don't give a shit.
Oh, my dear boy. You are bound to be so different. Where's the old man?
You put on her.
Where's the little doddering fool, the old man wizard?
I thought you knew everything.
Oh, yeah. I know he meant much to some of you. I let you tell me yourselves. My acquaintance is quite disappointed she might land the killing blow. He does hate it, so, or I should say, he did. But anyway, come.
What happened to
Raven.
Oglethorpe? Exactly, I've forgotten exactly what happened
He's
to
still
him.
talking in the shadows. He died.
Yeah.
Snell stabbed him.
He's trying to bore the shadows to death.
Okay.
By all means, attempt to raise your armies. Your armies are wiped off of the face of you before you could ever raise them. It was quite the piece of trouble. Your invitation is open to join me in the castle at your convenience. Come quickly, take your time, go see the people. Well, go see the bodies of people that you hope to raise against them.
Salim steps up.
I promise your way to Ravenloft will be open and free. You will come undeterred, should you wish.
Salim steps out and he pulls the hilt of the sun sword, and as he lights it and holds it up for Strahd to see, he says, "Your brother Sergei would like to say hello, Strahd. Why don't you come down here?"
And his eyes He kind of squints, look of seething anger washes over him. I will kill you first, brother.
That's
And
what Baba Lysaga said.
he spurs the nightmare and that wheels off into the night back towards Ravenloft.
Oh, I think I could have took him there. Yeah.
Willen blows a raspberry at him.
Good one, Willen.
Showed him.
All right, what would you guys like to do?
Well, it feels like everybody we mentioned might get murdered, so do we even want to gather anybody or just go straight to the castle after the fucker?
I'm gathering the wolves. We won't let Zulika's death go unnoticed or unknown to the rest of the pack. I gotta let them know, at least.
Understand? I guess we need to make it to the wizards as well and let them know about their poor family member.
Yeah.
Jod, you can get a hold of Mick and Viper. Then he starts flexing his biceps.
It's hold of what?
Mick and Viper.
Those are your claws?
No, that's my biceps. He just starts flexing.
Would we
buy
need
any
to-
tickets to the gun show?
Would we need to do something to the bodies?
Like what? Kind of dirty things you got in mind?
With it having been killed by Strahd, would we need to purify them or do anything with them?
It looks like you just kind of tore their throats out, right? Didn't really.
How long does it look
or
like they've
anything.
been dead? Freshly killed or not freshly killed or? Jared?
Hold on.
Seem to have turned my earbuds off.
He doesn't care what we say.
Nice.
Ooh, I like that a lot. I cracked my Blanton's open tonight. That's scary. How good that is.
Does anybody know what happened to Jared?
Well, he posted in.
Yeah,
the
he turned
chat.
his earbuds off.
He posted
Okay,
in the
I
chat that he
see,
turned
I
his
see, I
earbuds
see.
off.
Okay, I see now.
Are you back?
Dude. All right, you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. Right? Everything went wally gone. All right.
Ooh, while ago. How recently does it look as though these bodies have been killed? Is this?
Give me that suggestion.
I mean,
Do what?
The blood still.
I mean,
The blood still. Is it dry or is it still wet on their throats? Or?
Could Willen use a survival check?
Fuck! I get plus that fucking fuck.
Did you say medicine?
Yeah.
All right.
Plus 9.
Nat 20.
Shadowslav, you would say that they have definitely been killed at some point today.
Okay, so it's
As I'm evaluating them, I am going to simultaneously be evaluating them, and I'm going to cast gentle repose on them one at a time as a ritual.
Okay.
For the duration, the target is protected from decay and cannot become undead. It effectively extends the time limit on raising the target from the dead, and it lasts 10 days. But I can do it as a ritual. I guess I can do it indefinitely. I don't know what the rule is. Like, can you just cast gentle repose every 10 days and they never goes away, or it's one and done per customer, or I don't know.
You can continue to cast it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just,
Well, I will definitely cast. It'll take me 10 minutes each, but I will definitely. If we don't get interrupted, I'm casting gentle repose on both of them. I'll start with
okay.
the boy and then the girl next.
Where are we going to take the bodies? Are we going to take them to the tower, or since that's the closest, or we're going to try to take them back to where they belong?
We just got an item that does a revivify, right? Didn't we get something that we had a scroll of revivify or something?
So they were killed. Shit, never mind. Got rid of that dark gift.
Yeah, I don't have any way to revivify or raise dead or anything like that. The best I have is gentle repose.
we have a scroll.
No, I mean,
we have a
second level
scroll of
spell.
revivify in the party.
I think Revivify has to be within like a minute.
oh yeah, revivify does.
Raise dead gives you a lot more time.
Yeah,
But I don't have it anymore.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
I can get it after I sleep. I mean, if we have 10 days, then we can always do it.
You have access to it, you said?
I think so, as long as I take a rest and prepare it.
Cool. I mean, I think that's probably what we would do.
Yeah,
Clerics are like druids, right? We can just change our spells, whichever. Because we know them all.
For sure.
Yep.
Definitely.
Oh, actually, I'll go ahead and fuck it. Why not? I'll try it. I'll try to reach out to my divine. Because we're taking a long rest, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to travel and rest. He said we'd be unmolested for his people, so, I think we'd probably be safe to use some spells, walk around, take a rest, use some spells.
Why not? I can do it once a long rest. I'll just ask, ask Saloon, look up to her and ask any way to try to bring back Zulika. If there's any way to bring her back with, like, full health, basically. Kind of like a mass word with a revivify. If anything, just mainly a revivify. It's what? I gotta get lower than my level.
Lower than your level.
So it's gotta be less than 10. Alright, cool. Six. She comes back. She comes back.
As you finish,
I praise you.
As you finish your ritual, you look up into the night, or I guess evening, dusk night, dusky sky, the fog swirling, no stars or moon to be seen, and this little pinprick of light burns through the fog. First, it looks almost like a little laser pointer on Zulika's head. and that widens and expands. And Zulika,
Good thing Irina's not here. She'd be going crazy with that laser pointer.
Stella.
Stella, yeah.
And
Oh,
Zulika
Stella.
and y'all become engulfed in bright light. And Zulika's eyes flutter open as the wounds in her neck begin to seal and stitch themselves up. And you see the blood that is begin to flow in her veins as the skin slowly mends. And she reaches up and grabs you by, not grabs you, but caresses the side of your face gently, y'all. And she doesn't say anything. She just bursts into tears.
I think, God, Alpha's in just stunned silence. He can't believe he just pulled that shit off. That was.
Yeah, I can't
definitely was not expecting me to pull that shit off.
That's awesome.
B, pure blown, like, just stunned silence. And I think he'd just take it in and would just maybe almost, just a single tear into the fur.
And
I have no doubts in my whole experience here. It's one of those, I never had any doubt that Soon was always with me. Like, all my spells always worked. When I prayed, I feel like she always helped me out. But seeing his God speak through Barovia and break through whatever things is going on here, that definitely gave me more positive energies, feeling like, oh yeah, we're not alone here.
It's possible.
Shadow Slavs, I don't know my own strength.
And as she finally gathers control over herself, as she stops crying and she oh, how is it you? Oh, yo. He has killed them. He has killed them all. The entire pack. They're all gone. He kept saying he knew we were important to you, and he knew I was most important. He made me watch. He killed the entire pack. And then he came for me. He sunk his teeth into my neck. I still feel it. I can still feel it. When dark. There are none of them left. None of them. She just breaks down in tears again, sobbing.
This guy's a motherfucker.
We'll make Strahd pay. No longer will any wolves in Barovia be chained pups at that devil's heel. We'll make that corpse king pay for what he's done to anybody and everybody. The castle of Ravenloft. It's ours soon. Damn, they took the whole pack. Just kind of shocked. Holy shit. Okay. So yeah.
Does he have any details like how he killed them all? It was like he killed them individually, or like somebody that would.
As she finally gets her bearings and gets herself gathered, she says that he came in and wiped them all out on his own.
On his own.
As if they were playthings.
As if they were younglings.
Younglings. Younglings being slaughtered by Anakin Skywalker.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it.
Raskeller just looks away. Can't bear to watch.
Yeah, so it's me, Willen, and Zulika. That's the entire werewolves of Barovia.
You have to get busy making a new pack, I guess.
I'm gonna have to put it in overdrive.
I need some time.
Willen always wanted a little sister. Fine.
So how does that work? Does she have a whole litter at a time? Does that like?
Well, it's only one way to find out.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
That reminds me, we did see some signs of change when we were in that temple with Alpha.
Yep.
It's been a few days since then.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what to expect next.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if they're dead, are the Wizards of Wine dead too?
On Alpha, you have to wait till the next full moon. See if anything happens. Yeah, that is certainly a valid.
Do we still want to go and see if they have, if we can find that other gem? And if we had, like, I don't know, the gem seemed powerful sticking in a building, and the other one brought the tree to life. Could we combine them to do something cool? Some sort of protection, some sort of something?
I'm scared to even see how these towns are going to be, if there's any of them left.
The Abbey? Oh shit! Yeah, I mean,
you guys left Milwaukee and Presque and the Abbey was kind of a mess.
I mean, we didn't cause the flames. I mean,
I'm just telling you that you guys left. Places
we
burning
left,
down
and it
around
happened to be on fire. I mean,
Correlation doesn't mean causation.
I think the Martikov is what started that shit. Honestly, I mean,
I say we
Insurance
just
fraud.
go straight for the attack.
Martikov insurance fraud.
I mean, yeah. I mean, as a
what else
whole,
can we really do if everybody else just got murdered?
Yeah, I mean, the
we
only
didn't need him anyways.
I'm ready to take it straight to the castle.
yeah.
Everybody I just knew over the course of this entire campaign just died.
Yep. I don't think Zarika's gonna want to experience that again. I'm sure she'd want to come with us if she was not been brutally murdered and have everybody killed in front of her. She's probably not, unless she wants some revenge.
Either it
There's
fuels the
places that you
rage or kills it.
You could maybe places along the way she could stop and stay, or
I wonder if she could. I wonder if she could check out the rest of the Martikovs. If there's any alive, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't foresee that the way he just reacted to all that shit.
Yeah, because I don't really have any way to communicate that far distance between. Because Animal Messenger just delivers it. I don't think it returns messages.
I mean, I can prep Raise the Dead, and I could also try to prep, like, Scryin or something like that if we wanted to try to.
That's true.
Here's where my honesty is going. It's been 12 days since we left the Emerald Temple, or Emerald, but whatever the temple
Emerald
was.
Temple. Has it been 12 days?
Hasn't been 12 days yet.
It's probably getting close because it took you several days to get to
the swamps.
The swamps.
Yeah,
We got a
we're a couple of days past that.
While I still have this dark gift
Got a sprint to what?
to kill Strahd, while I still have this dark gift,
Which one is this one?
Willen.
the strength one.
Gotcha.
Willen will reach out and grab Alpha's hand on one side and the she-wolf's hand on the other. And he will look into the sky and breathe deep through his nose. And he'll say, "Wolf Lord, answer my call. Answer my howl. What will we find if we visit the were-ravens?" And he casts divination.
Okay. And that is wheel or woe or both, right?
No, this is, I ask
No.
a single question
Okay.
concerning a goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. It's in the chat.
Oh, to occur though. That's a okay. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. So we were planning to go there
Mm-hmm.
What will we find where? At the Were Ravens?
at the Were
Yeah.
Raven
The Wizards of Wine.
Roost. Yeah.
A little bit of wind picks up. And blowing all around you are black black feathers. Just flying around, swirling around in the wind. A bunch of feathers.
Is there any smell on that wind?
Imagine you have just run over a little bird with your lawnmower.
Mm.
And the feathers.
Too soon. Too soon.
Sorry. I thought about it before I said it, but I thought, that's years ago.
Oh yeah.
I'm surely over that by now.
I was over it the day in there. I was like, this has been crazy.
The feathers are definitely a good sign that they're okay.
Why I was asking if there was a smell on the wind to accompany the feathers, because
no,
flying
but
feathers
if
could be
you look at
freedom.
the feathers closely, and you grab one, they're covered in blood.
Yeah.
Willem grabs one, holds it up to his nose and smells it, and looks very forlorn up at Alpha. Shakes his head. Lets the feather fall to the ground.
That's everyone. He's gonna look over towards Reverend and just say, "Is there anybody else we can even check?"
I mean, I think it's safest. I think it's safest now if we don't visit anybody else, because if he's taking this sort of vengeance on anybody we've talked to that it might have helped us or we helped, then he could have killed the whole fucking place. Now we know that technically their souls can't leave, so they'll be reborn somewhere else in here, but still not great. And we can still try to revive these two tomorrow. But I don't want to necessarily risk going anywhere else to people that we care about.
You know, there's the mayor of Kresk. You know, you befriended them or him or her, or, him, the mayor, the burgomaster, and then there was Zarina's brother, and then there was Madam the seer, the Vistani seer. Those are just two people I think of. Madam Eva.
Yeah. I'll burn one. I forgot I had sending. I'll send a message to Madam Eva and just ask, do you live? Strahd is striking out. Are you okay?
Yes, of course, I'm okay. We Vistani, we are protected. We did a service to his family many ages ago. He has vowed not to hurt us. I am okay. Are you okay?
He'll just send back that everyone else we know besides the Vistani have died by Strahd's hand. Please stay safe.
Thank you for your concern. We will stay safe. You must find a way to leave this place. Though I do not know what it is, other than destroying the devil himself.
You read my mind. So after that, I'll look towards Reverend, just let him know that the Vistani live. They haven't. Strahd hasn't came for them.
I believe he probably had a pact with them, Esmeralda. Wasn't there some sort of pact because he did something that they are free to go, and free of his, retribution?
And Esmeralda, you know that is the case.
I'm sorry?
So you would know that that is the case.
Does she know what they did?
If you give me a few minutes to look it up, I'll tell you.
Sure.
Oh, shit.
So, but what is it? The Vistani made a deal with Strahd.
They did something for him that probably had to do with him sticking here and with all his bullshit. So he gave him a free pass because they said they can come and go. They go through the mist app whenever they want.
I don't remember where in the it was. I read it so long ago.
I mean, why do they?
find it.
If they can come and go, why do they stay? Like, what's the attraction? What's the upside on staying for them? I wonder. Do we know or?
Well, most of them are in his service. Many of them are in his service, and others it's just where they live. They go and they do his bidding. And Madame Ava's lived here a long, long time. Where else is she going to go?
Okay.
Yeah, so whatever you guys want to do.
Level up.
I mean, to me, it sounds like our hand is kind of forced.
I mean, I don't see what there is to do besides go to the castle.
Right.
During one of Strahd's military campaigns, years before he became a vampire, a group of Vistani rescued him after he was wounded in battle. They not only nursed him back to health, but also delivered him safely home. And as a reward for their generosity, he declared that all Vistani had the right to come and go from his lands as they please, and this extends to the present day. Thus, the Vistani can freely travel through the fog that surrounds Barovia without fearing of entrapment. Strahd honors his debt to the Vistani in part because he envies their way of life. They have the freedom to go where they please, their devotion to family, and their festive spirit. The courtesy he shows them is not simply a matter of honor, but is born from an admiration of them. So, the fact is that many of the Vistani have become corrupted by Strahd, and that's why they stay.
Okay. And we don't know why Esmeralda is an exception. He has.
He's never done anything to her.
She shunned the Vistani, though, because of the abuse and the fact that the mother killed a young boy that she cared about.
It's because she's a spy.
I mean, I know you're playing an NPC that's become a PC, but just remind us, Jennifer, like, what is your backstory a little bit?
She was raised with the Vistani. I don't think she's actually Vistani. She was raised.
Have you shared this with them before, Dave?
I'm sorry?
Have you shared this with them before?
Yes, when she first came in, I shared it. I'm trying to remember. She She was raised in a really abusive home, which is why she doesn't judge the monsters, because she knows that not all monsters look like monsters. And she broke away from them because of how awful they were. She doesn't want anything to do with the Vistani. She's left them, and that's why she teamed up with her mentor. He kind of took her in because they had kidnapped his son, I think is what it was.
That's right.
They had kidnapped his son, and he ended up getting killed. And she had kind of developed this really strong friendship and kind of love for him. And so that's why she teamed up. She made amends with him and teamed up with him, and that's how he became her mentor. So she doesn't have anything to do with the Vistani because they're just evil.
Somebody's making a hell of a big racket in the background. All right, so yeah, you guys are welcome to go wherever you'd like to go. Unmolested.
I mean, we were still going to go to Van Richten's, right?
Yeah, I mean, we can still rest up and get any supplies we find around the place. See if we can figure out that magical armor bullshit that was up there. See if that's anything cool.
Okay. So you make your way. Is that what you guys want to do? Go to the tower?
Yep, I'm in.
And Jai can carry the bodies, and we can rest, and I can revive them, and we can rest after we start heading our way there.
You could throw it on top of the horse we have.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we had a horse.
Thanks to my my cape.
So you come to this cold mountain lake enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. Thick fog creeps across the dark, still waters. The trail ends on a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower upon it. The tower is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolds clinging to one side where large gashes cut the wall. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perch atop the buttresses that support the wall. Near the base of the tower is the burned-out husk of a barrel-topped wagon.
Too soon.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Well, to be fair, it was my fault. I'm the one that opened the door.
Yeah,
Well,
I
it
was
wasn't
gonna say
even
that.
here.
Don't tell Esmeralda.
She's over.
Alpha.
She's moved on.
Will and
Listen,
takes
Alpha
away
will look down
his-
at Willen and just give him like the no, just signal.
And he looks up, says, "Did somebody burn the shit out of that?"
Vandals.
Ooh, on an unrelated note, Jared, Jesse is on his second row of Jeff Ruby's.
He texted me tonight and asked me if Sophia was working.
He had never had it, but I think he is in love with it now.
I
His
imagine.
second what? He's been there twice?
No, this is just. Oh, go ahead.
Second night in a row.
Oh, second night in a row. Gotcha.
Yeah, he had never been there.
Is it the food he's going for, or
The music.
Oh yeah, he is a big time eater.
True.
well?
I've seen it happen.
It's pretty impressive.
I've seen it happen.
It's kind of disgusting in a sense too, though.
All right. You make your way into the tower. You guys go up to the, as you recall, the first floor, flagstone floor strewn with debris, and a few old crates stand near the east wall. A torn curtain to the south partially obscures the tower vestibule. A 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor contains 4 pulleys attached to it. Taut iron chains that stretch up through the similarly sized hole in the rotted wooden ceiling. And there are the next to the chains, the clay statues. Esmeralda can go, and she knows the words to make the golems work the platform, which lowers down to the ground floor, and you all may get on it. You go up through the second floor, where there's just dusty cobwebs and other junk in this room. The floor is clearly very rotten and partially collapsed. Third floor, time and elements have all but destroyed this chamber, leaving a gash in the northwest wall and slimy black mildew on the walls. The wooden floor is completely rotted and has begun to fall away in places. And then you get to the fourth floor, the top floor, where, unlike the ones below, this room shows signs of habitation. The place reeks of mold and mildew. It has plenty of creature comforts like a cozy bed, a desk with a matching chair, bright tapestries, large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it. Light enters the room through arrow slits, as well as through dirt-caked windows, shutters. Other features of the room include standing suit of armor, a wood chest, old wooden rafters bend under the weight of the tower roof, which has somehow remained intact. Mounted to the rafters are pulleys around which hang the iron chains that raise the elevator up and down.
So we don't have to worry about getting zapped again in here, since Esmeralda's here?
Yep.
Well, I would say, in case anything's trapped, we know he's in trouble. Probably wouldn't mind us, getting a little bit of supplies for our luck storm in the castle. Esmeralda, do you know of anything specific that we might?
Did you all get most everything out of here already?
Well, I mean, he gave us some things, but he didn't.
We ruined most everything in that wagon.
Yeah, most everything that was in here was in the it was Esmeralda's in the wagon. He gave you everything else.
Oh, okay. I thought he had like a hidden bottomless trunk that might have a whole bunch of years worth of shit in it.
That's a good thought.
Now, Esmeralda, is that suit of armor over there just come alive and attack people that try to do things, or is it something we can take into battle like big bloke over here, Bishop?
Oh, I got a screamer. I gotta go real quick.
Okay. That child is thinking about watching Jesse eat. Jesse's Joe Bob's brother, by the way. Isabel, you would know that this is an inactive suit of animated armor. It cannot be worn by anyone.
I bet Chad would try, though. Since he's not here, I think we should act it out.
Now, is Bishop able to get
He's too heavy. He's down at the bottom of the clay golems.
Okay. But he's in the tower.
He's in the tower.
Well, you said it was nighttime, right? So.
Yep.
I say we rest and try to decide what to do next.
About texted, Jide would definitely try it on.
I mean, we can tiny hut it, and then whatever we want to do next. I mean, I think that we go to the castle. I don't know what else.
We should just rest tonight and then just head out towards Strahd's castle.
Okay.
I think that this is, if anybody's paying attention to Esmeralda, she tries to stay in the shadows a lot and tries to kind of be aloof and control her emotions. And I think if any point during this whole time that she's been with you all, if you were to see any type of crack in that facade, you would probably see it and hear. She's probably, you would probably notice that she's a little, something's a little off with her.
I'll
She's
come up to her.
worried.
I'll walk up to her and, Esmeralda, you seem, no disrespect intended, but less stoic than usual. I understand he's been your mentor and he has been taken, and we've seen what he does with the people that he has dislike for. So I'm going to tell you that I'm going to put my full effort into protecting him, just like everybody else that we are attempting to rescue from that castle.
She's just gonna nod and kind of just do a half smile at you. She's really contemplating if she's made the right decision and teaming up with everyone. She saw what Strahd can do, and she's starting to get a little worried.
Oh, you weren't here earlier, which I'd almost beat the shit out of this dude. We thwarted a few charms, we got some licks in. Ain't that bad.
So, well, thank you for your kind words. And then she'll walk away.
Willen walks over to a window. How high up are we?
You're about 80 feet up.
80 feet up. Okay. Any birds, squirrels?
Nothing that you see. It is unoccupied by men and beasts.
All right. He looks at Alpha and says, "We'll get them tomorrow." He just thinks Alpha understands what the hell he's talking about.
But that half asleep. All right, buddy. Whatever you say. But we got him.
Willen nods, and then settles down into his own. Like, we're getting in the hut, right? That's the plan.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
I don't know that we need to in this place, do we? We got traps set. We got Bishop who can watch out for us if Esmeralda sees fit to ask him.
It might be an unnecessary layer of protection, but it also doesn't cost us anything.
That's true.
I will give. You know what? Fuck it. I'll give Willen hold out a little figurine. It's cast in silver, and it depicts a raven in full flight. It's unbelievably well carved. It looks incredibly lifelike. He's gonna hand it over to Willen, and here I'll drag this over to the party sheet. I'll go ahead and give you my figurine of wondrous power.
Ooh, what the hell's that do?
You can use an action to speak the command word and throw the figurine to a point on the ground within 60 feet of you. Figurine becomes a living creature, so it'll become a raven. And become a raven for 12 hours, and then while in raven form, it allows you to cast Animal Messenger at will.
Sweet.
I'll see if I can put this in the party sheet. There you go.
Willen takes it very solemnly, especially after asking about the were-ravens. And he's thinking about the feathers, bloody feathers that were flying through the air. As he takes it and carefully puts it into the pouch.
The were-ravens are good friends. Go ahead, Rev.
Oh, I think I'd probably honestly just be sitting by myself as well, kind of thinking about showing up here, crazy, seeing ghost kids have been tortured and all this other stuff, and just every place that we've been, all the misery we've seen, bumbling effects at trying to save people, and doing some other stuff. Huh?
All the misery you guys have caused.
Oh, no. Positive thoughts.
We bring joy everywhere.
Yeah, but just thinking of, Strahd possibly just hovering in that nightmare over over each of these places and just kind of killing everybody. So I like to see this dude dead, or re-dead, or brought to life and killed again. However that works.
Death.
I see my sunlight radiating off me and him just burning to ash.
Anybody else want to do anything, say anything, prepare anything?
Do we have any kind of a metagame plan of what we're going to do when we go to this castle? Because I have no idea what I think we should do.
Dude, every time we've ever done a plan.
Every time we have a plan, Jod kicks the door in.
Yeah, or anything, 12 million other things that could happen that isn't anything that we had planned.
Willen's never fucked one of the plans up.
But I mean, seriously, we would have something like a plan.
Joe Bob.
Well, I mean,
use my dark gift to summon 2 hellhounds.
Yeah. I just don't know that we're not going to be able to go fight, just walk up, say, hey, Strahd, where you at? I'm going to fuck you up. We're going to have to go through this place. He sees all, he knows all, so he's going to want to fight us whenever he wants to fight us at this point. So.
You got a hell of a setup.
Yeah.
So if you remember, in your reading, there is something, I think it's still the notes of the day, isn't it? Our message of the day. Look to great heights. Find the beating heart of the castle and waits nearby.
Yeah, so I think that's something that might be the dragon dude or the head or whatever. We need to take that back. But I don't know if that's end game shit. And we take it back and free those other ghosts or whatever's going on. But
yeah, I'm all for going back, and I feel like this, campaign is winding down, so to speak. But I just have no idea of what we're going to do when we get there. Just go in there and pick a fight, or what the fuck are we going to do?
Well, I would
Willen
say
is very, very sneaky.
At least if we've taken all these readings, we've found things. She was right about all these readings. So, look to great heights. We know that at the highest place you look, you see Castle Ravenloft. So, beating heart of the castle normally means the center, or find something. We can just try to. We have to either kick in the front door. He's welcomed us there. He knows.
Yeah, he's going to greet us. And then what are we going to do? We're going to sit down at his dinner table? We're going to fucking just roll for initiative? What are we going to do?
It depends if he has 30 people waiting for us at the dinner table. If he walks up and opens the front door, yeah, fucking punch him in the face. But, I don't. Your guess is as good as mine.
I think this. I don't think there's anywhere for you to plan for anything.
No. We know that he had a table full of people that are, willing to fuck us up. So we got to take it small fights at a time, conserving where we can. We have a hut. I guarantee there's people that can dispel whatever, we know it's pretty close, pretty safe, but.
If there's any way we could draw them out one by one somehow. But I don't know how it's going to be set up inside.
From a metagame standpoint, he's toyed with you the entire time.
Yeah.
There's nothing to think that he's not going to continue toying with you. You have not done anything. He still thinks you're. He hoped that he would find a successor among you, but you clearly have not impressed him all that much. He will come right up and brazenly drop these 2 dead bodies off his horse. Maybe.
Yeah, this is where we Miss Rascal are talking some shit and saying, "I'll definitely be your predecessor. I'll take off for you."
Yeah.
I mean, Jai didn't say, "Hey,
Rascal just salty.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a knock on the door. Hello, we're here. We kind of want to pick a fight. It would be great if we fought one on one, but
That's gonna be.
All right, Willen will do it. He'll be his
No.
successor.
He
If
knows
he
that we're
has to.
coming. He knows that
Was
we're
that?
coming, but he doesn't know when we're coming. And, he acts like he knows all, but he doesn't really. He is aware, but it's not an all-knowing awareness. It's not like he's watching us in some crystal ball. I say we try to sneak into the castle and just start knocking off the vampires one by one.
I mean, he could be. He's
I
probably
think
got
that's
somebody. He has somebody scrying for him. He's got that wizard lady that was old guy's
Verbose. Professor
nemesis.
Verbose.
Yeah, verbose. So I mean, like I said, they probably know everything that's going on. Yeah, but like you said, lure one here. Try to kill him in groups. He might want to make it. I'm going to sit on my throne and wait for him to see if they can make it through everybody to get here.
But the more we take out before we fight him, the more attention we can focus on him.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if Isaac's dead. That's his other brother.
That's true. I didn't think about Isaac.
I don't know if there's any way to get in touch with him. Hopefully he leveled up to 10 too and he'd come with us. Is there any way you can...
I mean, I could cast Sending.
Try to see if he's willing to help his brother Salim out, kill his other brother, Daryl. We don't know if he made it out of block yet.
Yeah. I mean, I could cast a Sending out to Isaac and just say that, Salim wonders if you're all right, and then kind of fill him in on all the other bullshit that's happened with him killing everybody else, basically.
Do you tell him about him killing their mother?
Yeah.
That's not an in-person thing.
It's an over a text. It just
Come help us. By the way, I killed Mom.
Well, we'll not tell that part. We'll leave him for the face-to-face discussion.
Okay, what are you sending? That's 25 words.
Is there anything
All right,
specific
25
that
words.
Salim would want to say to him?
Well,
I love you, brother.
I mean, maybe not exactly those words, but that sentiment,
Sister at risk.
If you could keep it at 23 words, because my first two are just going to be from Salim.
Your brother and his friends need your help. Strahd is in our sights. I don't know. I don't know if I would say anything about Baba La Saga or not.
Yeah, that might be a face-to-face talk.
Seems like a lot for a sending message.
So I'll just kind of... Yeah, I like that. Your brother reaches out to see if you're okay. If you can aid us, please do. And then just see if I get a response.
Yes. Oh God, I'm still on fire.
Brother?
Yes, no, maybe. I think you're cute.
He killed our mother. What has told me? Why would he do that? Oh, here.
For the lols.
He's stinky.
He what?
Just because he was just really stinky. I don't know. So he knows about it without. Because I was gonna leave it out.
He said you killed my. He said my brother. He said you killed mother.
Oh yeah, he's gonna look over to Salim and just be like, kind of mouth the word. He knows.
You know,
Not too happy.
Wow, what do you say?
I'll reply.
It was a task that had to be done, and you know this.
Man.
I'll say that, and then
this.
he will explain in person, and then just send, like the location of the tower that we're at.
Yeah, we can have a mini boss fight before we go fight Strahd.
There's
Or actually, I'll just send him to say that we're heading to Castle Ravenloft.
You tell brother. I will see him there.
Yep.
I'll look over to Salim and I'll say, it's gonna be a family reunion.
He took your elder brother's side, sounds like. Counseling, your family sucks. Except for Esmeralda. She's amazing.
Esmeralda's not family. Irina's family.
That's what I meant.
He used to be cool.
Would Esmeralda have knowledge of or details of the castle that she would be able to share with the group?
Me and who else came to the dinner? It was me, Rev, Salim.
I think that, yeah, we're the only original three.
Jai.
Jai
I
was
mean,
there.
I guess, yeah, Jide, and
One of the
if
shadows,
has
I kind of
the
am. I mean,
memories of the other. He might just be able to remember like the dining room, but I don't know. So some of us would have a general idea.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about any of like the hidden stuff that you guys
Oh, yeah.
wouldn't have
You might have
seen.
trained with Rickton with. Roll a history check. See if.
Well, not just that, but having grown up with the Vistani who were friendly with them.
Which I'll also give you a bless if you want to, or a guidance.
I would say this. You have been in the castle at some point. Because Strahd doesn't care who comes to the castle. So whenever it's time to do perception checks and things like that, we've talked to Ben Rickton. He's been there before. You've been in there. So whenever it's time to do, like perception checks on traps and stuff like that, you'll get a little bonus.
Okay.
Just remind me, because I will forget.
Okay.
Anything else?
I think she would share that with the group, that she's been in the castle before. She remembers things that may be valuable at the time, and so that they're aware and can help remind her when we're in the castle.
I would just tell her that we've seen some of it. Strahd invited us to a dinner. but I think we only went through the main door and the dining room. I don't think we really got the full tour.
Definitely not.
Yeah, we simply just need to listen for some sort of beating heart when we get in there.
Start climbing the stairs.
You can get free food. You all got free food? Want free food?
It was pretty tasty.
It's pretty
Almost
aggressive.
company. All right. We know the horny one went upstairs really quickly, so maybe I can sweet talk her into not eating us.
Y'all's the ladies, man.
Well, that one actually tried to get me and Stella to go upstairs.
That's right. I need to go back and I need to go listen to that again. I need to.
Reverend's
I
been
got to refresh my memory.
It's been a lot of lonely nights in Reverend's mind.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do before you start heading in that direction?
Pray a lot. No, wait. Well, yes, I think we're gonna spend another night here because I was gonna use two level 5 spells to raise the dead of the other two,
Okay.
the kid and who's the other one?
Right now it's just a kid because Zulika's.
Yeah, Zulika's.
Oh yeah. Okay, it was just
Yeah,
two
there's
of
only
them.
one.
Okay, I thought he dropped a third one. All right. Yeah, I'll raise dead on. Oh, well. Nope. I could only revivify because I've got the 300 diamond. This has a diamond worth 500. So I guess I could use 2 of my diamond pieces to get this kid back to life. That would not help us for our fight. Oh wait, we have a scroll. Let's use a scroll.
Yeah, we got a scroll on the party sheet.
So I can try save it for revivify. Oh wait, revivify has a scroll, and that does the same thing. And they've been dead more than a minute. Well, no, general repose makes them.
It doesn't change the fact how long they've been dead. It just
Okay.
like
They're still dead, but stabilized, but not stabilized at 0 hit points. Like if we die, we can get stabilized to where we're not healed, but we're not dying.
it's protected from decay and can't become undead. The spell also effectively extends the time limit on raising the target from the dead. Since days spent under the influence of this spell don't count against the time limit of spells such as Raise Dead. But Revivify, you have to catch them in the first minute, and we did not catch them in the first minute. I think that's true.
Okay. Well, how many diamonds you got? You have the scroll, and you have 2 diamonds. Y'all,
I have 1 diamond.
1 diamond and 1 scroll.
I've got that one, and then there's that scroll in the party sheet. I didn't take another one.
All right. Okay. Well, I mean, then I can use the 2 diamonds, and then just take the scroll, so I at least have 1 revivify in my hands for fighting a whole bunch of nastiness up there.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I'm gonna sacrifice, money is not important, but I hate to do it because we're preparing for a giant fight, but it's a kid, we gotta bring it back to life. So I'll use the 2 300 gold piece diamonds to cast this Raise Dead spell.
Okay.
Before you do that, though, Salim, not in a joking at all, is going to say, would that really be the best use of our resources? What would he be coming back to?
We could play games.
His family is dead.
Games?
Would that maybe be crueler?
Hide and seek.
Willem
Marco
has wanted a little
Polo.
brother, and the pack is running kind of thin.
They all have lost some people. Everybody in this place has suffered loss, uncalculable for the most part. Like you said, the pack is getting smaller. He would be among other people who have been lost. Zarika and others that have survived and can hopefully cope together, and hopefully with our victory against Strahd, it will be a brighter place for everybody.
As you wish, then.
Anybody else have any reservations?
Have to find someone. Do we have anybody? I mean, I guess we could send him with the Vistani, but even then.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
My cousin had reservations once, but then he saw a cleric and got rid of it.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't leave this. I mean, hey, we might get lucky and soon might bless us by stumbling upon another diamond or two. Who knows? Strahd's got to have diamonds around his house somewhere. I'll cast Raise Dead.
Okay. You using the scroll or just
Wait, hold on. No, I'm not. I'm not using it at all. I know what happened with Stella. I remember trying to cast, a spell to bring somebody back to life, and it didn't work in this place. Somebody did go straight back to the people that are born here get reincarnated. We've been told that. And I fear if we did this, he might have already moved on.
Did we bury him by Oglethorpe since we're still at the tower?
Yeah, I mean, hell, hey, I don't want to sound morbid, but do we want to dig them up to make sure they're still there?
Yes. At the tower?
Yeah, we're at the tower.
Yeah, that's where he was buried?
Yeah, over the...
already missing.
No, we buried them both by the tower overlooking the water.
Okay.
Did I cut their heads off? I don't remember.
No, I think you staked Oglethorpe, but
Stake them in the heart. Yeah, that's what I meant. Stake them in the heart.
Yeah, but I didn't let you stake Stella.
And I said that we were going to regret that.
And so we can see. I mean, do we want to? Well, if we're digging one, might as well dig the rest of them. Just to verify. I mean,
trust but verify.
If Oglethorpe came back from talking to them, their shadows, he'd be buried under a bunch of rubble. So, I mean, we might find him re-dead, scratching claw marks.
It hadn't occurred to me, but I like it.
I almost said, don't give Jared any ideas.
All right.
It's too late.
Maybe everybody we've killed has come back to life.
To fight on our side.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Still want to level up.
I would look at the grave sites. I'm not saying I'm digging them up yet, but I would just look at them and see if they look like they're undisturbed or...
Okay. They appear to be undisturbed.
Okay. I think that would be good enough for me.
I mean, we've been gone a while. Is grass starting to kind of come up, or is it still just...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's... Okay.
As you recall, a baby with cat eyes was born shortly after
I know you said that, but I never know if that's like, okay, we ended up having a dream where we heard that, saw that, or if it flashed in our vision or something. Because did that happen when I tried to revivify her? Maybe did I see that?
Well, no, we just saw that. You all didn't see that. I mean, the players
Right.
saw it, but
Right.
the characters didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I feel a little bad about the kid, but it's like I do remember that, we luckily, with quotes, go to the shadows when we die, so we know that there's a hiatus there. But her not coming back when I try to revive her, I assumed, or y'all got divine intervention there, so
Yeah, it's a slightly different.
yeah. Hell, you can take another shot at that, or is that once a week or something like that?
I have to wait. Yeah, it's once a week. Once a week if it succeeds, once a day if it doesn't.
Well, we have a week. We can leave him here and not bury him yet, because if we survive, his general repose lasts 10 days.
Yeah.
So if we survive, we might be able to come back and bring him back. If we don't die, he's better off.
Oh, my big boy.
All right, checking the there. Nothing's wrong over there. I guess we go then.
All right. You set out the next morning. You set out towards the village of Barovia, where you then make your way to Castlewick.
All right, before we actually get involved here, hold on. I know we're probably going to have a cutoff here shortly because it's close to 10, but oh no, it's not. It's only 9:30.
There's still plenty of time for him to kill us.
We have that Scroll of Heroes feast that I'll need to try to cast on everybody. I believe it's I'm trying to bring the that's the image. I'll bring up the spell. I posted it in the chat. Do I have to drag, or did I just click it and it goes to chat? There it goes.
Heroes Feast.
All right. So it lasts. It casts 10 minutes. Takes an hour to consume. Does it last 24 hours? Yes, it lasts 24 hours. So I guess the question was, do we want to travel most of the way and then take one final rest outside and then take it before we go in?
Yeah, I mean, how long is it? This is a pretty good walk, right? It's not. We're not just gonna.
It'll take you a few days.
A few days, okay. So yeah, if we get to some town that's like, or some place that's like an hour away, where we still might need an hour to walk there, we don't want to be at his front door taking an hour to eat this food and whatnot. So we do want to be a little ways away. I would say an hour away, because if I cast it and we eat, if they did send anybody to fuck with us, we'd have an hour before they got there. Or we eat inside the hut because we will need protection to make sure we don't get disturbed for an hour.
Did we get the long rest? I don't think we did.
I don't think I'll put it on here. There you go. Now, you're going to get a couple long rests before it's over, so you'll be back to.
Zurika's just going to go with us and hang out outside. Is she going to stay at the tower?
She's going to stay at the tower with the kid. She's too weak.
All right, we got to show her how to
grief-stricken.
Show her how to undo the trap. Tell her not to leave, or else she'll, might cause the trap to go.
Yeah, you guys want to leave her any food or anything like that? Of course, that's soon.
Should be all right.
Yeah.
And Willem says, or not Willem, Alpha says, "I'll be back. I always come back." Come on, somebody. CJ's got it. Anybody else got it? Nope. Nope. That's too bad. That's what Gormley told the riverboat captain before she went off and died in Glass Canyon. And
That's a good one, Jared. I wasn't with you, but that's a good one.
All right.
Tip top.
As we leave there, I'll take the robe and I'll pull off one of the patches that has two.
The boat.
It's two, yeah. I want to do a pit right underneath them. I want to do the mastiffs. I'll throw it out and then just let them have some type of security. Let the mastiffs guard them.
All right. So, on the third evening of walking, you make your way, nearing dusk yet again. You make your way around the bend, going towards the castle. Thick, cold fog, obviously swirling in the night air. Now, remind you that this is what you see. Castle Ravenloft sitting on the hill above you. And we are going to stop here. And Jeff, are you still recording?
Yeah.
Go ahead and turn that off.